Welcome to our channel dedicated to scary videos and stories, where we provide unforgettable experiences in the world of horror. During the time my grandma passed away, my husband and I were going through an incredibly tough financial situation. The burden of funeral expenses, combined with our existing money problems, seemed insurmountable. We were overwhelmed and desperate for a solution. In the midst of our grief and financial stress, something strange started happening. I began having vivid dreams about my grandma. In every dream, she would appear with a gentle smile and a comforting voice. She would always tell me that if I ever needed money for anything, I should just check under her mattress. At first, I dismissed these dreams as mere figments of my imagination, brought on by the emotional turmoil I was experiencing. But the dreams didn't stop. Night after night, my grandma's voice continued to echo in my mind, urging me to search beneath her mattress. It became impossible to ignore the persistent messages she was sending me from beyond. So, driven by a mix of curiosity and desperation, I decided to follow her guidance and investigate what lay hidden beneath her mattress. With nervous anticipation, I carefully lifted the mattress and peered underneath. To my absolute astonishment, I discovered a hidden stash of money neatly tucked away. But it wasn't just any money, it was $1,500 worth of Mexican pesos. I couldn't believe my eyes. How did my grandma come to possess this amount of foreign currency, and why had she kept it hidden all this time? As I held the stack of pesos in my hands, a wave of emotions washed over me. It was as if my grandma had left this unexpected gift as a final act of love and support. The discovery of the money brought a sense of relief and hope. It was a much-needed lifeline in our dire financial circumstances. Since that day, I haven't dreamt about my grandma even once. It's as if her purpose was fulfilled, and she wanted to ensure we received her message loud and clear. The money she left behind became a turning point in our lives. It helped us navigate through our immediate financial struggles, and provided us with a renewed sense of faith and resilience. Not only did this experience bring us financial relief, but it also strengthened our belief in the power of love and the mysterious ways in which our loved ones continue to guide and support us even after they're gone. It was a reminder that sometimes, help comes from the most unexpected places, and that our departed loved ones may still have a hand in shaping our destinies. In memory of my dear grandma, I carried the pesos she left behind as a symbol of her enduring love and the miraculous intervention that changed our lives forever. In high school, I found myself working at a unique place, an enormous gym that also hosted gymnastics classes. It was an exciting and bustling environment, but little did I know that something extraordinary was about to unfold within those walls. One day, as I arrived for work, I noticed a fellow co-worker who seemed visibly shaken. Curiosity piqued. I approached her to inquire about what had happened. She recounted a chilling incident that took place during the gymnastics class she was teaching. A young child in her class became fixated on something above, staring intently at the ceiling. Puzzled, she asked the child what had caught their attention. To her astonishment, the child replied, "There's a little boy up there," pointing directly at the ceiling. The eerie encounter left my co-worker unsettled, but little did she know that she was not alone in experiencing such strange phenomena. Throughout the day, two other co-workers emerged from the gym, their faces pale and filled with disbelief. They shared a similar encounter involving a pair of 5-year-old twins who had taken turns going down the slide, only to be captivated by whatever presence seemed to reside in the ceiling, their innocent gazes locked upward. Later that same day, I found myself working at a party held in the gym. One of the attractions was a giant swing, and as part of my duties, I took on the responsibility of pushing the children on it. Little did I know that this innocuous task would lead to yet another spine-tingling encounter. As I propelled a young boy back and forth on the swing, he suddenly stopped, his eyes fixated on the ceiling above. With a sense of both awe and trepidation, He uttered the words that sent shivers down my spine. "Hey, there's a little boy up there." The words were directed straight at me, leaving me shaken and questioning what I had just witnessed. The 3 separate experiences shared by my coworkers and me were enough to send chills down our spines. We couldn't dismiss these encounters as mere coincidences or figments of our imagination. Determined to uncover the truth, we decided to inform our manager about the inexplicable events that had occurred. Eager to get to the bottom of the mystery, our manager took it upon himself to review the security footage captured by the gym's cameras. The next day, during a lull between parties, our manager called us together to witness what he had discovered. We gathered around a screen displaying the live stream of the security footage. As we watched in anticipation, our hearts skipped a beat. The footage revealed the giant swing swaying back and forth in the empty gym, devoid of any human presence. It was a perplexing sight. There was no logical explanation for the movement of the swing, no one to account for it. In that moment, a profound realization dawned upon us. We couldn't help but speculate that perhaps, just perhaps, the presence we had encountered was that of a playful little ghost boy seeking a chance to join in the fun. It seemed as though he had finally found his moment on the swing when everyone else had left, relishing the opportunity to experience the joy of play once more. From that day forward, the story of the little ghost boy in the gym became a whispered legend amongst the staff. We shared our encounters with anyone willing to listen, forever convinced that a mischievous spirit had made its presence known. It became a reminder that the world is filled with mysteries beyond our comprehension, offering glimpses into a realm beyond the physical. And in that gym, where children laughed and played, the spirit of a little boy found solace and joy, forever etching his presence into our memories. Living in a haunted house for 5 years was an experience that I will never forget. It wasn't your typical haunting with malicious spirits, but more like having a really terrible roommate. Strange occurrences became a regular part of my daily life. One of the earliest instances that made me realize there was something paranormal going on was when I came home during a heavy rainstorm and found the windows on the second floor wide open. It was as if someone had opened them intentionally, allowing the rain to pour into the house. I distinctly remember closing those windows securely before leaving for work in the morning. So, there was no logical explanation for this phenomenon. It left me feeling both amazed and unnerved, as a chill ran down my spine. As time went on, more peculiar incidents unfolded. I would often find food containers in the fridge open, even though I hadn't touched them yet. It happened when I was alone in the house, raising questions about who or what was responsible for these mysterious actions. It was both perplexing and unsettling, as if an invisible intruder was playing tricks on me. However, the most baffling aspect of this haunting was the ghost's apparent hatred for clocks. She despised them with a passion that was evident through her disruptive behavior. I had antique cuckoo clocks, cherished heirlooms that had been faithfully ticking for over 50 years, yet, inexplicably, they would suddenly stop working, as if the ghost had the power to freeze time itself. Even brand new wall clocks I purchased would rapidly drain their batteries, almost as if the ghost had a voracious appetite for their energy. One morning, I woke up to find my watch lying on the floor, its crystal shattered. I always wore it to bed, so I knew it couldn't have fallen off on its own. It was a perplexing and frustrating situation. However, the incident that infuriated me the most was when I received a brand new Kit Kat clock as a Christmas gift, only to have the ghost violently throw it off the wall. I was in the kitchen cooking, when, out of the corner of my eye, I saw the cat-shaped clock soar through the air. I turned around to witness it crash across the kitchen, broken into pieces. It was a brand new clock, and the sight of it shattered on the floor left me seething with anger and disbelief. Slowly, I came to realize that this ghost had a peculiar fascination with clocks and used them as a means of expressing her anger and mischief. She delighted in destroying them and causing havoc in my life. Living with her presence in the house was unnerving and exhausting. As I constantly felt on edge, she transformed my once cozy home into an unsettling and unsafe environment, like living with a terrible roommate. I had always found solace in my job at the public pool. During the day, the place was filled with laughter and splashing water, as families and friends enjoyed the cool respite from the summer heat. However, it was during the late hours, when the pool was empty, and the world seemed hushed, that I truly felt a connection with the space. As a dedicated employee, part of my responsibilities included the daunting task of cleaning the building and the pool after hours. It was a solitary job, and I often found myself alone in the vast expanse of the facility. The stillness of the night became my companion as I diligently worked to maintain the pool's pristine condition. One particular night stands out vividly in my memory. It was around 2 a.m., and I was engrossed in cleaning the changing rooms. The pool had been closed for 4 hours by then, and the silence enveloped me like a thick blanket. The only sounds were the echo of my footsteps, and the rhythmic swishing of the mop against the tiles. Suddenly, amidst the tranquil atmosphere, a sound pierced through the stillness, a child's laughter. It was a pure, innocent sound that echoed across the pool deck. Startled, I paused and strained my ears, trying to locate the source of the laughter. Bare feet running across the pool deck accompanied the laughter, creating a surreal ambience that sent a shiver down my spine. Determined to investigate the origin of these inexplicable sounds, I hurriedly made my way outside. The cool night air greeted me as I scanned the area, searching for any signs of a child's presence. To my bewilderment, there was nobody in sight. The doors were all securely closed and locked, leaving no possibility for a child to be hiding within the premises. Confusion mingled with a sense of unease, as I noticed the absence of wet footprints on the pool deck, despite the sound of bare feet running. Puzzled and slightly unnerved, I retraced my steps back into the building. Doubts crept into my mind as I rechecked the doors, and meticulously reviewed the security monitors. To my surprise, the monitors confirmed what I already knew: I was the only person in the entire building. The footage revealed an empty pool deck, devoid of any playful presence. It was an unsettling realization that left me questioning my own senses. In the days that followed, I couldn't shake off the lingering sense of mystery and the unexplainable events of that night. Whispers among my colleagues hinted at the possibility of a lingering spirit or a playful ghost that roamed the halls of the pool after hours. Tales were shared, each filled with their own encounters and inexplicable happenings, further fueling the intrigue surrounding the pool's nocturnal mysteries. While I may never fully understand what transpired that fateful night, one thing remains certain: there is an ethereal quality to that pool, a hidden realm that comes alive when the world sleeps. The sound of a child's laughter still echoes in my mind, a gentle reminder that there are forces beyond our understanding, and that sometimes the unseen realms have a way of leaving an indelible mark on our perceptions of reality.